Hello, and welcome to this week's episode of Man, We're Too Old for This, here on the Nerd Turtle Network. I'm your host, the experience as some call Jason, and with me today is...
The token Ant fan, Tarky.
Blurred Dawn of the Veil, the Todd Father.
CDL-113, the droid you're looking for, who's suffering from allergies, apparently.
Yeah, it's that time of year.
My face is leaking.
But we are here today to talk about Marvel's announcements for its Phase 4.
Yay.
They released an entire slate of movies, or at least we're assuming it's the entire slate. And, this includes... I hadn't even thought about including Black Widow, but it's the first one on the list.
It's been delayed enough.
It's Black Widow, Shang-Chi, The Legend of the Ten Rings, The Eternals, Spider-Man No Way Home, Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, Thor, Love and Thunder, Black Panther, Wakanda Forever, The Marvels, Antman, the Wasp, Quantumania, and Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3.
Are all of the ones with determined release dates.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Now...
And then speculative, to be announced as well, but...
What'd you say?
Was it some speculatives to be announced as well?
Yes, there's some speculation based on the logo they used for the Phase 4, looking like a Fantastic Four logo. But they have not announced Fantastic Four movie. Though I personally am speculating that they may, here in a little while, they may drop that they're doing that. That it may be like the end of Phase 4. But I could be wrong, and Phase 4 could just be hints and run-ups to, Fantastic Four being the next one.
And the trick is, it would make sense for them to do Fantastic Four in Phase 4. That, that would fit. And truthfully, from what it looked like they've got in Phase 4, God knows, it looked like they need Fantastic Four.
Well,
see, for me, half of the films in Phase 4 are films I want to see.
Well, I've seen all the Spider-Man movies, so there's another Spider-Man movie. Though I haven't been a big fan of Marvel Spider-Man movies, so. But then, another Thor movie. I've liked the Thor movies. I like Doctor Strange and Ant-Man, so I want to see the next one of those. Captain Marvel I was kind of on, but...
I know you're not a big fan of Guardians, but
that's right. But I enjoyed him enough. I want to see the next one.
See, with me, actually, it's Doctor Strange is the one that if you want to see this, I want to see Doctor Strange. The Spider-Man, the only thing that's really got me halfway interested in it is the fact that you're gonna have the rumor is you're gonna have shit from another universe.
Mm-hmm.
Which was the Spider-Man that I like better than I like Holland. So that's not a thing. That's a decent thing. Talking off mic with Tarky, he reminded me of the Kangs and Ant-Man. So depending on once he leaks out what he looks like, I could potentially be excited for that one. And Monica Rambeau's in the Marvels. That actually moved up a lot for me.
Yeah, the fact that the Marvels look is going to be almost a team movie as opposed to just Captain Marvel 2.
The rest of that stuff of what we know is coming, I'd be hanging with my buddy Jack.
Would that be on a ship?
It might be, and it's still a Disney property, so it's not actual piracy.
Very nice.
I own Disney stock. I'm stealing. Is it really stealing when it's your own shit?
Black Widow. Black Widow's one I would go see. Everything being normal. I enjoy
Black
her.
Widow was one that I'd have cared about if it had come out when Captain Marvel came out. In the last phase.
Yeah, they should definitely
before they killed the character.
I was talking to Jennifer about that, and there's that rumor that Chris Evans has went in and filmed something. And I told Jennifer, I said, if it was me, this is what I would do. I would have him come in and show where he's going back and putting all the gems and how old he looked in the Avengers movie. He gave her some of his life force so she could gave up some of his life force so she could come back.
if they were gonna do that, well, Life Force is generic and kind of dumb. You might pull the old Nick Fury thing. Well, you know, with Fury, he was siphoning out some of the Infinity Formula to help jazz up other people.
Yeah.
You know, he saved Mockingbird that way. He saved Bucky that way.
Here's the trick with that though. They've already established that any timeline that you go to is an alternate timeline. Why come up with some kind of hackneyed something like that? Just go get Natasha and bring her to your timeline. Ta-da! It's Natasha. Merry Christmas. Because you know from Strange, they lost 14 million of those battles against Thanos.
Yeah.
So pulling her out ain't gonna change shit. They lost. That was the only one that they won in. So hell, go pluck out one from one where she's still alive and stick her in there if she means that much to you. Or
Which
you
of these
did
movies
have
would you say you're least excited for?
that I'm least excited for? It's a 3-way death match between Shang-Chi, the Eternals, and Black Panther Wakanda Forever.
And if you'd have told me 2 years ago that he would say that, I'd been like, "You lying."
Black Panther ain't in it.
Yeah. I was guessing it was going to be the fact that the role of T'Challa will not be recast.
Yeah. So I have no interest in. I really haven't. When they pulled that shit, Black Panther dropped down right next to Shang-Chi. I have no interest in seeing that at all.
Now, the thing I hate the most about this with the movie itself is saying the role of T'Challa will not be recast, which means you have some rando as Black Panther.
Yeah. They'll either stick Shuri's 2-pound ass in there as a role, which she sucked in the books. I have no doubt that she would suck in the movies. There's literally nothing about that movie now that I want to see, because essentially it seems like they're trying to do World of Wakanda, which kind of flies in the face of Disney using the books as research and development, because the World of Wakanda book went 6 issues but got canceled at issue 2. Nobody liked it. Nobody read it. It sucked. Why in the hell would you bring that to the movie?
Mm-hmm. Well, to comment on Danny's thing, if somebody told me 2 years ago that Todd wasn't going to be excited about a Black Panther movie by now, the second Black Panther movie, that's actually the exact guess I'd have made. Oh, they must have put Shuri in there, or Casper Cole, or
Yeah. Because that's what when they announced that and I was talking to my dad about it, Dad was like, "Yeah, I got no interest in seeing that. Why would they do that?" And I was like, "Well, hell, me and Jason used to talk about that's always how they have always sabotaged Black Panther books. The Priest run was sabotaged by replacing T'Challa with Casper Cole. The Hudlin run was sabotaged by replacing T'Challa with Shuri. You take taking T'Challa out of Black Panther movies is like saying I'm gonna do a Batman movie without Bruce Wayne in it, and it's gonna be all about Alfred. I don't give a shit.
Actually, they did a TV show.
They did it, and I don't watch that shit either. I don't either. I didn't watch Gotham. I'm not watching Alfred.
You watched Gotham because there was
I watched 2 episodes of Gotham because Jessica Lucas was in it and was fine. And even as fine as she was, I couldn't keep watching that shit. It was like, my God, why the hell am I watching this? It's a Batman show without Batman. This is the dumbest shit since ever. Click.
No, as far as the Phase 4 movies, for me, I'm looking forward to Black Widow. I'm curious to see how they handle that.
She survives.
Yeah, I figured that. Shang-Chi, Legend of the Ten Rings. I'm looking forward to that.
Why?
I like the character and I like kung fu movies. I look at it as a fancy kung fu movie. That's just it. Eternals, I'll end up renting it when it comes out, but that's one, I ain't going to the theater for that. And I ain't paying $19.99 for the stay-at-home version.
$30 Eternals, man?
No. if they pay me $30 to watch it, yeah, I'll sit there and tell them it's the greatest thing since sliced bread
You
and
know, if they
white.
paid me $30 to watch the Eternals, it'd be iffy. That's the God's honest truth.
If they sent me $30, cash or credit, and said we want you to watch the Eternals movie, I'd tell them it's the greatest thing since sliced bread and Betty White. I would.
And then the rest of it was just talk about how bad Danny's taste in movies is, which is something we've already established. So yeah.
But I would have $30 that you didn't, and I could go buy action figures or.
Now, that's just what I was fixing to say. Now, if they sent me a Marvel Legend of my choice, not the shit they want to give me, but a Marvel Legend of my choice, I would sit through.
Spider-Man: No Way Home. Yeah, I'm interested in it because
they sent me a Sentinel. I'd actually try and stay awake.
Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. I'm looking forward to that. I'm curious how special effect techno dazzle heavy it's going to be, because with my seizures, I may have to go buy me a pair of welding glasses.
I was sitting there going, "Why are you excited for that?" Are you sitting there going, "Hey, I want to have a seizure in the middle of the theater," because you know you're gonna have.
Oh, I would watch it. I would watch it at home, because there are certain things that I have to close my eyes, and Jennifer go, "Okay, they're doing this, pause. Okay, now this is what happened, and I'm gonna play again." Because if it's too strobe light effect, yeah, I have to close my eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Thor: Love and Thunder, yeah, I am curious about that. I know we're going to end up with a She-Thor, but yeah, I'm curious what what.
Dare you call her She-Thor? She's Thor, damn it.
She's She-Thor. Then
you hate women.
No, I don't. Black Panther: Wakanda Forever. I'll end up renting it. I'm not going to go to the theater to see it unless they get the cojones to go, we're recasting T'Challa.
Yeah, you give that up.
Yeah, I know. The Marvels,
they have basically said, we're Disney. Fuck your money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Slipping Shuri in there was probably what they were planning to do anyway.
Yeah, they were. Chadwick dying was the convenient excuse. So now they can go, see, we're doing this to memorialize Chadwick. Black Panther 2 was Chadwick's 5th movie in a 5-movie contract.
Yeah.
He was gone anyway.
Let's see, the Marvels. Yeah, I'll rent it when it comes out. Antman and the Wasp. Wouldn't mind going to see that one. Guardians of the Galaxy 3. Yeah, I'll watch it, no doubt. Jennifer and I went to the 1 and 2 at the theater, so she'll probably want to go to see this one at the theater. But I like the characters they've got in it.
Guardians of the Galaxy 3. Friendship is still magic.
Yes. Sorry, my allergies.
Well, with me, I'm looking forward to Guardians, based on the fact that I like the second Guardians better than I like the first one, because they toned down the friendship is magic.
Yeah, I did too. True.
And I like him finding the last couple of Avengers movies. But
I don't hate I did not like the first one. I don't hate the Guardians, especially once they got Manus. I like the Manus Drax combo. Just
yes, for the sarcasm.
Well, no, how fucked up they are.
Yeah. And I liked the
I don't want to see if Star-Lord and Thor ever had the knife fight. We got blasters in the back, unless you want to use knives. Oh, yes, knives. Please use knives.
I still like the Rocket and Groot, so I'm looking forward to seeing what they're going to be up to in this.
I wonder if Groot ever get grown.
Well, he grew pretty good between the...
Yeah, he did that in 2. Because he was baby Groot when it started. He was Teen Groot in the... by the time you got to the...
After credits.
After credit scene.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm looking forward.
Then you have
to some
Groot show up and get killed all over again because Disney wants to sell more babies.
Yep. But yeah, I'm looking forward to several of them in Phase 4. But yeah, Disney, I'm shouting this out now. If you want me to watch the Eternals, send me $30 in check or to my PayPal account, or $30 worth of action figures of my choice, and I will happily watch the Eternals, and I will give it rave ratings.
So you're just volunteering to be a shield. My God, have some dignity. Disney, if you want me to watch the Eternals, go to our store and buy your stock's worth of merch. And if you want me to stay awake during the Eternals, send me a Sentinel. And not one of the old ones that has lab fucker.
All right, to get away from all the shields.
Howdy, how am I doing?
Taylor, which ones are you looking forward to or not looking forward to? Which ones stick out to you either way?
All right, what sticks out to me is one, I've seen exactly 15 seconds of a trailer for Eternals, and they've already committed the gravest sin for me when it comes to movies like this, so I already hate it.
The bad CGI?
No, you had a team going to an objective where they were all doing that like superhero lineup, and you had the speedster get there last.
Oh, yeah.
Quit doing that. He's the speedster. He's there first.
First off, they're he speedsters a she. You're joining Danny, you hate women.
It was a distance shot, and I stopped paying attention because they were the last thing on the screen for a split second.
But yeah,
Makari's
they
a
swap
woman
Makari.
and she's deaf.
But regardless, Eternals has already done dirty my favorite superpower, so I don't care about it. Shang-Chi, I'll watch it, but I'm not interested in watching it. Like, I just like kung fu movies. If it was, if it was Ninja Assassin 2, I'd watch it.
I'd be more excited for it then.
Yeah, I was sitting there going, if it was Ninja Assassin 2, I'd have my pre-order ticket.
Yeah, I'd like
That's
to see
fair.
that.
I should have named a worse. I should have named a worse movie.
You really should have.
That's my bad. Doc Strange. I don't know. I feel like I should be interested in it, but for some reason I'm just not.
You like WandaVision?
I did like WandaVision. Liked it a lot.
Well, that was the whole lead-in with her reading the Darkhold is to that book. Because originally, the way the Disney Plus stuff hit, you was supposed to have WandaVision and then the Doctor Strange movie.
But, COVID screwed all that up.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm interested in Love and Thunder only because Christian Bale is now in it.
It's the live-action Gore the God Butcher. Ooh, and he'll make Thor unworthy.
Okay, that does make me less interested, actually.
Yeah. I will say this, though, with Gore the God Butcher. If he actually has a symbiote, that would be an Easter egg, and it would raise my caring up a tick. Because that was he was basically running around with the King in Black's symbiote, the all black, that sword. Yeah, that was where he was getting his power from.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, Wakanda Forever lost me on the whole T'Challa won't be there.
Yeah.
Because now you've taken an actor's death and made it a character in a movie's death as well, and that's kind of weird.
Yep.
That's a weird form of attachment. And I don't want to partake in that in any form.
No.
The Marvels is actually interesting to me because it's not just Captain Marvel 2.
Which helps.
But my top pick is going to be Ant-Man and the Wasp. Everything about the Ant-Man and the Wasp movies I just enjoy.
They're just
I
fun.
I like the main characters. I like the side characters. I wasn't sure how much I'd like how kind of half campy it is. Because the main character you follow is a goofball, but he's still competent enough, so I like him.
Mhm.
It's just hitting every beat correctly.
I think
So
what I like about the Ant-Man movies so much is it's heroic adventures on a slightly smaller scale.
Yeah.
No pun intended. Where everything else is, it's into the world. It's alien, it's in Thor 2, it's basically an alien invasion. In the Avengers, it's an alien invasion repeatedly, or a robot invasion the one time.
It's aliens, robots, or wizards. But Ant-Man and the Wasp, it's not those things.
In Cap, it was Hydra was about to take over the world. It's all the big scale stuff, which I really like the big scale stuff in superheroes, but it's nice to have the alternative every now and then.
A movie where this man is trying to steal my suit. Stop him.
Yeah, Ant-Man and the Wasp. Getting into the TV shows, WandaVision. You were dealing with basically one town's worth of people.
You know what could make the Marvels neat? Is it the reason why you got basically Monica and Kamala running around is because Carol's running into Rogue. That would actually have me, if I even got the hint of that shit, I'd be up in that bastard.
Yeah, it's Marvel and Disney.
Yeah,
Carol's going to be in it to lord over the other two and show how much better she is.
Yeah, probably. This is why I'm Captain Awesome.
And my second pick will definitely be Guardians 3.
Mm-hmm. Well, for me, I think the two I'm least interested in. The one I am least interested in. Let's start off with that. Is Black Panther 2, for the reasons that have already been stated multiple times. If I'm going to a Black Panther movie, I want Black Panther in it. T'Challa is Black Panther. Anybody else is some stand-in. After that one, though, it's kind of a tie between Eternals and Shang-Chi. You mentioned them committing the one, your cardinal sin in that little short trailer we've seen. I immediately went, I've heard stuff leading up to this, so I'm already going to it, kind of biased against it anyway. But in the trailer, they go, something about we're the ones that fight for this place, or, this is, or whatever it is. And I'm sitting there going, well, you didn't fight. Either time Thanos showed up, you didn't fight. When the Chitauri showed up, you didn't,
You didn't show when Ultron had a city flying in there.
Yeah, you've had 3 or 4 potential extinction level events that you were like, yeah, let the little moral guys handle it.
Now, see, if they had put Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness before that, and then, we pulled them in from another universe, that's why they weren't here for those fights, then I would have been like, okay, I can ignore that. But they put
another
them
universe where they failed, and they feel really bad about it.
So, yeah, that was the one little thing in the trailer that really stuck out to me. Where hearing the stuff they've been doing with it and all the swapping around of characters, Not that the Eternals are something I'm a huge fan of, but you're paying basically no attention to the comics, so you can keep that crap. And it's the same thing with Shang-Chi. I like the character Shang-Chi. I like him when he appears in other kind of street level stuff. If he pops up in Spider-Man or he pops up in Daredevil. And then I watch this movie and they don't seem to be getting his characterization right, but just based on the trailer. And then they start bringing in all this weird, like, mystical,
Avatar. They turned him into...
it's Avatar or Kaya and the Last Dragon, and I'm like, that's not Shang-Chi. I hope China is as offended by it as I am. I hope China bans the thing. Just as a lesson.
Yeah.
It's going to be hard to do Shang-Chi without it being a bit stereotypical, because he was your typical Kung Fu guy, but... Well, he was based off Bruce Lee, from the jump.
Yep.
And if they kept him in that role, I think it would have done better in China, because Bruce Lee's quite popular in China. I think they'd have forgiven the whole he's a Kung Fu guy if you looked at him and went, okay, he's basically Bruce Lee if Bruce Lee was a superhero.
Yeah. Now, if they have the Shang-Chi with no superpowers and he's fighting people with superpowers...
Dude, he's got superpowers because you've seen it in the trailer where, the water's slowly dropping and all. He's either got super speed or he's got some Avatar shit.
Yeah.
You've seen the mystical creatures and shit where they riding on their backs and all that shit. Yeah, they have flat out went Avatar with the shit. Okay. Because they realized that, without it, it's just a damn Bruce Lee flick. The trick is, if they'd just done a fucking Bruce Lee flick, it would have been more interesting.
Yeah.
But it's, now we got to make him fit with the shit that's already here, because your world is so fantastical now that who in the hell gives a fuck about a dude that does Kung Fu?
Yeah. If you'd had Shang-Chi running around like the Netflix stuff, right, or even now, you could do a Shang-Chi TV series and probably make it fairly neat.
If you took Shang-Chi and put him in something like Warrior on Disney Plus, it would blow up. This is a movie is stupid. It's what it is. It's them going, well, hey, we had an ethnic group turn out for Black Panther. We'll have an ethnic group turn out for this. This shit ain't gonna work because it's not that. That's what they're thinking because I've heard some of them say it. That shit ain't gonna blow up like the first Black Panther. You can give that up because, and you can already tell it because it ain't making no rumbles.
Yeah.
That trailer came out. It rumbled for about 3 or 4 days and it went away. Black Panther's teaser trailer came out like that, and a month later, motherfuckers was still talking about that shit.
Mhm.
It was setting records and views and shit. You ain't gonna have you are just not gonna duplicate that shit with. Well, the one chance they had to duplicate it was with Black Panther, and they managed to fuck that up.
Yep.
You know, going well, we want the same reaction just without the Negroes. Well, you can probably pretty much give that shit up. It just ain't. It don't look good. You gave him Iron Man's villain without Iron Man, so now that Tony's dead, I don't care if I ever see the Mandarin now. My whole thing was I wanted to see the Mandarin back in Iron Man 3.
Yeah.
So this knockoff thing that you got where the 10 rings or armbands, and you keep that shit. I could care less.
But see, the armbands don't bother me if
bother
each
the fuck out of
arm
me.
if each armband was that power that they are in the book.
Nope. The Mandarin had 10 rings. The organization is 10 rings. I want 10 rings on his goddamn fingers because that's the Mandarin. The Mandarin don't walk around with armbands. That's the trick, is if you're going to have the character in there, have the character right or don't have him.
Okay, I can give you that.
You know, Iron Man's gone. Who the fuck cares if the Mandarin ever shows up?
The main reason to have the Mandarin show up ain't here anymore.
Right.
Do you
Because
bother
that's
having him show up?
Because that's the rumor with Shang-Chi is like, oh, they're going to have the Mandarin. And oh, they're going to have Fin Fang Foom. I don't give a shit now. The Mandarin is Iron Man's Joker. And Iron Man's dead. I don't give a fuck about him now. Hell, to watch him fight some kung fu dude? That fight ought to be 3 seconds. Hey, I got the power of kung fu. Yeah, and I got a ring to disintegrate shit. Vibes. Next.
Yep. So to kind of wrap up, what is your, each of you, we'll start with, we'll start with Todd, I guess. Going into Phase 4, just what's your overall feeling about it?
Meh. It's literally it. It's like I said, it's kind of starting out Black Widow. Well, I'll wrap it up like this. Phase 4, from the way it looks right now, has a whole hell of a lot of missed opportunities in it. Some of these I may be wrong about. I'm betting you about half of them I ain't. You know, there are some of them that, depending on the trailer, you could see me in. You know, that could change. You know, I could see the Thor trailer and be like, holy shit. Or the Marvels trailer. Black Panther, I just will not go see out of spite.
Unless they recast. If
they're not gonna do it. They said,
I'm asking if they recast.
If they recast him and didn't recast him just to kill him, yeah. If I find, I'm like Dad on that one with Infinity War, where he called me up, was like, Black Panther live. When I told him no, he was like, I don't know if I want to see this shit. If T'Challa's not going to be a lasting character, I'm not interested in the rest of the fucking series. But some of these, the Marvels could get me, Spider-Man could get me, Doctor Strange I'm going to, Antman I'm going to because I didn't hate Antman, Guardians I didn't hate Guardians. Them first 3 though, you ain't a shot in hell. So I guess that's mine. I guess my thing is missed opportunity.
All right. Danny?
Let's see. Pessimistically optimistic, I guess. You know, I mean, like Todd said, you know, there's a lot of missed opportunities. I'm going into it going, okay, which one is going to lose the most money? And, you know, because they didn't do it right. No, there's, I'm curious about, like I said, Shang-Chi. Going into it looking at like it's a kung fu movie with superheroes. Yeah, I'm going. Black Widow, same thing. It's a spy movie. Eternals. I mean, unless you decide to send me that $30 and/or action figures, then it's the greatest thing since sliced bread and Betty White. But Spider-Man, yeah, Doctor Strange, yeah, it's one of those things of some of them I'll watch, because we rent them. Others, if I wait till they come out on my Disney Channel for free, that won't hurt my feelings.
All right, Tyler.
Fantastic Four better be pretty fucking baller.
Yeah,
If it's even part of this phase.
Yeah.
Like, because it just feels like none of these are gonna. Obviously, in Phase 4, none of these feel like they're gonna have a connection to each other, except for maybe like the Marvels and the Eternals might, or the Marvels and Guardians might. But Guardians was originally written for a different time frame. And they're saying they're keeping as close as they can to the original script for it, so it probably won't have connection. It feels like it feels like it stepped back to be disjointed so they can connect everyone later. Except they already have groups that are connected from the previous stuff. So they're in a weird flux, and it just feels like it's an awkward collection right now. That they're not sure what they're doing with it.
And that's kind of my view on it. This one's looking like the most mixed bag of any of them.
Yeah, so like Fantastic Four has to be a strong anchor to pull people.
If it's even winds up being the anchor. But for me, I'm seeing some of these maybe actual flat out flops, which Marvel hasn't really had yet. Personally, I didn't think Iron Man 3 was very good, but it made money.
Yeah, they ain't never had a DC outing.
Yeah, and they're taking their shot, I think.
Yeah, I don't know. There's a part of me that when if Fantastic Four is the anchor to that, I can easily see them pulling some shit like introducing them some kind of way in Black Panther just to get people to go see that goddamn movie, because it's gonna need. It's the one, truthfully, that is the weakest because they don't have the character that the damn movie's about.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So you gotta pull some tricks with that one. Other than that, I've been going like the Eternals. They gave you the only Eternal that most people even recognize, Thanos.
And they didn't really make him an Eternal.
And they didn't really make him an Eternal, though supposedly that movie's supposed to have some flashback scenes where they're gonna make Thanos a deviant,
which ain't right.
Yeah, which ain't right.
So if Danny is, pessimistically optimistic about it, I'm just kind of pessimistic about it. I figure Doctor Strange will be good. I figure I'll enjoy Ant-Man and the Wasps. And then after that, who knows? Because Thor's had a, iffy history. The Spider-Man movies for me have been kind of iffy. Black Widow will probably be fine for what it is, but I'm not excited about it. The Marvels are the one that might be able to surprise me.
Yeah.
Because I like the chick that played Monica in WandaVision. I like to see her fully powered. The costume for the new Miss Marvel looks fine, And she's gonna have had a show by the time this movie comes out.
Yes, I believe so.
So I'll have to see the show and see how she does. My only problem with that character in the book is I'm not big on stretchy characters.
Yeah, Ms. Marvel comes out this year, and the Marvels comes out next year.
Okay, so I found it kind of interesting that they've introduced two of the characters in shows, and then you'll have. And I'm hoping Monica shows up in some of these other shows, so you actually see her like powered up prior to the movie.
It would be nice.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
As I stated before, my fear with this movie is they're gonna go in there and it's gonna be Super Carol. With her semi-amazing friend. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sitting here looking at the Disney Plus series upcomings. The next thing will be Loki, June 9th. What If, summer of 2021. Hawkeye, 2021. Ms. Marvel, 2021. Moon Knight, 2022. She-Hulk, 2022. Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special 2022. Then Secret Invasion, Ironheart, Armor Wars, and Untitled Wakanda series all to be announced.
Yeah, we'll see how that Wakanda series does after this next movie comes out. Because if that movie flops, that series probably get axed.
Yep, most likely.
But anyway, there's our opinions on this stuff. If our listeners or viewers out there, if you agree with us, if you disagree with us, let us know in the comments below. We can be reached at thenerdeternal@gmail.com. You can leave comments at our website, thenerdeternal.com. Our shop is also there if you want to support the show. If you don't want to financially support us or can't, by all means, like us, subscribe, leave a review, tell a buddy. Anything like that helps, and we appreciate it.
Share to all your friends and family. Share to all the people you can't stand.
But anyway, we'll see y'all next week. Who knows what we'll be talking about then. But it'll be something nerd-related, I guarantee you.
Yes.
So anyway, I've been your host, the experienced some call Jason, and with me today has been...
Token Millennial, Tarky.
The Todd Father.
CDO 113.
And we'll see y'all next time. Bye-bye.